Here are 101 facts about Toyota, and Lexus since they're pretty much the same. Number 1. There is a city in Japan named after Toyota. Seriously, in 1959, the city of Koromo changed its name to Toyota City as a way to say thanks to all the jobs Toyota had created. That's brown-nosing on a whole nother level. Number 2. There are actual online groups dedicated to sharing photos of the Camry dent, also known as the Camry corner, because for some reason they all seem to have the same dent on the rear bumper. Number 3. The full name of this BMW isn't the Toyota Supra. Its actual full legal name is the Toyota GR Supra. Number 4. On average, a Corolla is sold every 27 seconds, making it the best-selling car of all time. Number 5. 80% of the Toyotas made in the past 20 years are still on the road today. Number 6. During the development of the original LS, which was the first Lexus they made, they hired a guy to test each and every button and switch. They even had him carrying around 3 sets of fake nails to ensure that the buttons were suitable for both the sugar daddies and sugar babies. Number 7. Toyota spends an average of $1 million on research every single hour. Number 8. Toyota has flying cars now. They've been investing in flying cars for a couple of years now, and this year they announced that SkyDrive is taking orders for the $1.5 million flying car, which is fully electric and has a 10-mile range. Yeah, this doesn't seem safe. Number 9. Toyota was originally called Toyoda, and it started as a textiles business. They didn't produce their first car until 1935. Number 10. The name Camry means crown in Japanese, and Corolla means little crown, which is really adorable. Number 11. Toyota's annual revenue is more than Nissan, Honda, and Suzuki combined. Number 12. Have you ever wondered what Toyota's logo means? Well, let me get bougie on you. The inner ovals symbolize the heart of the customer, the heart of the company, overlapping to represent a mutually beneficial relationship, and the outer oval signifies the world embracing Toyota, which is just a fancy way of saying it's all the letters in the Toyota name meshed together. Number 13. Toyota is still a family business. Their current CEO is Akio Toyoda, who is a direct descendant of the founder of Toyota, Sakichi Toyoda. Number 14. Speaking of Akio Toyoda, he personally test drives the Gazoo racing road cars before they're put into production. And it's not a PR stunt. The dude can drive. There's even a track-ready version of the GR Corolla named after him, which is called the Morizo edition. Morizo is Akio's racing name. Number 15. The FJ Cruiser has 3 windscreen wipers. Toyota made it that way in anticipation of how wet women get when they see you driving an FJ. It's definitely not because the windshield is at such an awkward angle and shape that they had to use 3. Number 16. The S in the Supra logo is made to look like the famous S-turn of the Nürburgring. Number 17. There's a song made for Toyota. It's called Toyota Truck by Young Kraka. As you can imagine, it's not official, and we can't play it for copyright reasons. But here are a few lines from the song. I'm the best in the West. I just nutted on her chest, and my balls she caress. Thank the Lord because I'm blessed. Truer words have never been spoken. Number 18. You know that famous, boring Toyota color? Well, it's not actually called white. It's called French vanilla. Number 19. In 2012, a Toyota Tundra was used to tow the U.S. Space Shuttle Endeavour 12 miles through the streets of LA to its final resting place at the California Science Center. And to be fair, Endeavour should have been called Big Bertha because she weighed 68 tons. The craziest thing about this whole event is the Toyota Tundra they used was completely stock and had just rolled off the showroom floor. Number 20. The latest generations of the LS and GS use an air conditioner system called Nano E, which is designed to moisturize skin and hair, as well as deodorize the cabin. Perfect for League of Legends players. Number 21. The GR Supra is the second fastest Toyota ever produced, right after the GT1, which Toyota begrudgingly had to make road legal for homologation purposes. It had a top speed of 230 miles per hour, and only 2 were ever sold to the public. Number 22. The Korean War saved Toyota. You see, Toyota was really, and I mean really close to bankruptcy in 1950. They only produced 300 trucks the whole year, but then the US ordered more than 5,000 vehicles to use in the war, saving Toyota. Number 23. The Toyota Corolla was the first ever car to introduce white reversing lights. Number 24. This cute little thing is the Copen GR Sport. It's a front-wheel drive, convertible, lightweight, manual sports car, and it's only sold in Japan. Spoiler alert, this is going to be a recurring theme. Number 25. Lexus acoustic engineers collaborated with neural scientists to make their doors have the perfect sound when they're closed. Number 26. This absolute art piece of a car is the Toyota 2000 GT, which was made because Toyota felt insecure about how everyone had a grand tourer but them. So they contracted Yamaha, yes, the motorcycle manufacturer, to design and help build the car. Number 27. This is also a 2000 GT, but it's not any old 2000 GT. This is one of only 2 convertibles ever made. They were used in the 1967 James Bond movie You Only Live Twice. The issue was Sean Connery, the actor who played James Bond, couldn't fit in the 2000 GTs provided for the film. So, 2 weeks later, Toyota chopped the roof off and turned them into convertibles. When the film ended, Toyota took one of them back to Japan, where it still sits in the Toyota Museum, and the other one was reportedly crashed and wrecked, but there are rumors that it was sold to a private buyer by the production company. Nobody has seen it since. Number 28. Bose, which makes speakers, decided to dive into automotive suspensions head first when they installed magnetic suspension on the Lexus LS400, allowing it to have 0 body roll and the most comfortable ride ever, in a project called Project Sound, but they later scrapped it because it wasn't sound business-wise. Number 29. 6 years before Toyota made their first car, their founder, Kiichiro Toyoda, came to the US in 1929 to investigate how the pesky Americans made their cars. He ended up falling in love with Dodge and Chevy, so he used them as inspiration for his own car back in Japan, which was called the Model AA. Number 30. In 1997, Car and Driver tested the Mark IV Supra, and they achieved a 70-mile-per-hour braking distance of just 45 meters, which was a record that stood until the arrival of the Carrera GT in 2004. Number 31. Toyota became the first automaker to sell a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle commercially. It was called the Toyota Mirai. Captain Slow has one, and he loves it. Number 32. To prepare for the Canadian market, a Toyota Corolla was driven across the country in the winter of 1967 to make sure it was suitable for Canada's weather conditions. Number 33. Nowadays, a Toyota rolls off the assembly line every 3 seconds. Number 34. This is the Toyota Hilux, and it's unkillable. Seriously, Top Gear really tried. They even put it on top of a building which they demolished, and the car didn't just start, it drove. But of course, whistlindiesel managed to actually kill it by dropping it off from a helicopter, mostly because he had to, since it really refused to die. Number 35. In 2016 alone, Toyota was granted over 1,500 US patents and was listed in the top 20 patent awards alongside companies like Apple. Number 36. Toyota has been the #1 best-selling auto brand in Australia for 25 years. Number 37. As a way to reward the Aussies for their loyalty, TRD gave them this little nugget, or I suppose little shrimp. It's a rebadged Camry called the Aurion TRD, which has a supercharged 3.5-liter V6, making 320 horsepower. But what did we get in the US? A 2-door convertible Camry, which can only be described in one word.
I was going to foot.
Number 38. The Japanese police were the first ever customer of the Land Cruiser, adopting it as their patrol car back in 1951. They also specifically told Toyota to make sure it looked nothing like the Jeep, because, well, you know why. Number 39. In 2013, Toyota became the first motor company to produce over 10 million cars in just 1 year. Number 40. For the third-generation Corolla, the length of the luggage area on the liftback model was specifically designed to fit the popular surfboards of the time. That was when Toyota had just discovered the word rad, and they wanted to be that. Number 41. In 1984, a couple from Switzerland by the name of Emil and Liliana Schmidt bought a 1982 Land Cruiser to make their dream of traveling around the world come true. And that's what they did for 35 years straight, traveling 460,000 miles, granting them the world record for the longest driven journey and for the most countries visited in a single car. Number 42. The United Nations is one of the biggest users of the Toyota Land Cruiser. They're manufactured in a secret factory called Toyota Gibraltar. In Spain, it's on the 74 Queensway Road dockyard, right across the Jumper's Wheel restaurant. If you reach the naval base, you've gone too far. Number 43. Lexus has built a 65-foot yacht in collaboration with Marquee Yachts. It's called the LY650. Number 44. The Hilux, which stands for High Luxury, which it really isn't, has been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Number 45. The 55 series was deemed ugly enough to be nicknamed the Iron Pig. Number 46. Lexus has a team of specialized inspectors to examine the paint on their cars before they're sent to the showrooms. These inspectors are required to take a special exam 4 times a year to ensure their skills remain up to par. Number 47. Toyota offers a 1-year NASA membership upon purchasing the GR86. I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no. You will not be able to drift in space. The NASA we're talking about is the National Autosport Association. This membership includes a free entry to one of their high-performance driving events and discounts on their other events. Number 48. The Mark V Supra is a BMW. Yes, that's a played-out joke, and I'm guilty as hell, but it's also not that fair, because BMW's head designer said that the design teams for the Supra and the Z4 never saw what the other one had done until both designs were finished. Although the Supra having BMW's chimes does not help their case. Number 49. The Toyota Prius was the first car in the world to have a beltless engine. Number 50. Lexus is somehow... And we're done! Make sure to subscribe